You are listening to the greatest who ever done it.
Mr. Funky Fresh.
You are listening to the greatest who ever done it.
Mr. Funky Fresh. Mr. Funky Fresh.
Funky Fresh Radio.
Mr. Funky Fresh.
Funky Fresh Radio.
You got a hot freestyle from me tonight.
Yeah,
Give me a
that was
freestyle
that
you did it, what was it, the Middle East or Harper's Ferry?
What?
Cameron show.
I didn't do no freestyles, just some songs.
What I'm saying, what show that was at the Harper's Ferry?
Harper's Ferry,
Okay,
yeah.
at Harper's Ferry. Give me something then.
I don't.
Matter of fact, you can go on YouTube and check you out from the show, right?
Yeah.
Under what?
I don't know what's it on.
Smiley?
I don't know what he put it on there, man.
Smiley, you know Smiley, he's wild. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You got a freestyle for me? Big
Yeah.
shout out to, what's that dude? Fat guy? Papa Pat?
Fat.
What was his name?
Big Fat.
What was his name?
Fats.
Oh, Big Fats.
Big
Big
Fats.
shout out to Big Fats who was up there freestyling. Kalani, we had a cat freestyling against him, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he was so whack. I guess he got scared and he said he's going to use the bathroom and he left.
Oh, if that's not the worst thing you can do.
Exactly.
Shoot, I would have stayed.
Why would you do that? But anyway, big shout out to my dude, Vicious. Nobody be getting that Vicious.
No.
Kalani, you want to battle Vicious right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let Vicious go first because I want you to see what you're dealing with first.
Oh, God. I might go to the bathroom.
Go ahead, Vicious. Hit him.
Look, go on. I don't need 100 of my mans to get you dealt with. The text spit it open up your chest like shellfish. Get your brains projected for talking all reckless. It's SS and better than the best is restless, man. My city get it poppin'. You could get found on the ground, I'm responsive. Talk to the cops and we cutting out your tonsils. Hood fella squadron, you effing with some monsters.
Tell us about the Cameron show the other night you performed at.
Yeah, man, it was jumping, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm still recovering, man.
Is that what you're recovering from?
Yeah, man, I'm hurt, B.
You hurt?
Yeah.
How many songs did you do?
Actually, I was only supposed to do 2 songs and then a freestyle or whatever. But it ended up like something was wrong with the CD, so I did the same 2 songs twice. And then, I battled some cat and tore them apart.
Really?
Whatever, yeah.
So was that your first show?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Your first show? How you feel about that?
I don't know, I thought I did good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like that experience?
Yeah,
Really
it was
rough,
fun,
right?
man. Yeah, it was fun, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna convince y'all because he seems to not be. That was hot, right? That adrenaline was just going through you when you were performing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
So
That's a comedian.
the crowd was like getting at you, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know when you're doing very well. When the crowd was saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just want to say this really quick before we go any further. Like, let me just stop the music right quick. Like, realistically, like, people don't really understand. And that's when I say people, I mean our own people. We can't speak for the Caucasians or the rest of the world. But, we as our own people don't realize, like, how intensive, how deep this, like, crime stuff is really going on in the city. And people don't understand that, like, gangs and quote-unquote black crime, all them labels that they give it. People don't understand, like, crime is a business at the end of the day. And you don't realize that until you, like, step back and look at it. Like, imagine if there was no crime, for instance, okay? Let's all imagine that. Let's imagine if there was no crime, okay? Everybody got that thought?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we need police?
Exactly, lawyers.
Why would we need lawyers, DAs, judges, courts, jail,
Jail is a big money
and everything
maker.
else that goes with it? Why would we need all that?
We wouldn't need it.
So now that we have it, you have to fuel it. So how do you fuel it?
They're participating.
You need participators.
Yeah.
You need people to be in that.
Mm-hmm.
So, bingo. And you can't blame the people that are in it. You have to blame the way society set up things. You step back, like, why do you think they pumped like, back in the 60s and 70s? Why do you think they pumped drugs into the community? So you can create that.
Well, that's what Florida was based off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can create that situation.
Yeah.
So when you create that, then you can make a containment of certain kind of people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got drug sellers, people who do drugs. So now you start fueling the fire. So you bring down the system to the rest of those people, and you start sending them through the system.
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice, if you've been in court or gone to jail before, you ever walk in court, you know you have to pay?
All the time, even when you get out of jail.
Exactly. You gotta pay. When you go in there, you gotta pay court fees.
Yep.
Like, why do I gotta pay $150 for a lawyer I didn't even ask for?
Exactly. That didn't even help me out in the beginning.
And when you finish that case, and then there's a fee for what do they call it? Witness. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, if there was no victim, why am I gotta pay this? See, it's a business, it's a system. So let alone when you get into jail, everything else you got to do there, and the state pays for you.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't really understand that. And so by the crime that's going on out here, that fuels this system, and it's getting worse and worse and worse.
It is.
I can say so much, but really I can't. But it's a sad thing that we as our people don't get what's going on, or don't see what's going on, and it's been embedded way back, but it's growing more and more as generations move on. It's growing more and more out of control. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at our generation, such as mine, and then you look at the new one, and if this new one is so destructive and so far gone and so destroyed, after myself, when I say myself, my generation, after us, and when you got the current one, when they grow up, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think the outlook of that future is going to be?
Don't look too pretty to me.
Exactly. So, all I'm saying is that, everybody has to play a part in the whole trying to change the violence kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone has to play a part. Mothers, daughters, kids, babies, mamas, brothers,
Baby
homies, partners. It don't matter, but
Yeah.
but everyone has to play a part, because if you don't like look at, if you don't realize, like, I was talking to a cat today at Madison Park. If you know about Baltimore, if you know about DC, if you know about any other places in the rest of the country, their violence is so out of control. We are kindergartners compared to theirs. If you know about the rest of the country.
Well, I just learned about that through the wire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We are kindergartens. We're kindergartens. You understand? So we have an opportunity to contain it if we pay attention to it, and that part's not happening, because we're fighting amongst ourselves. And what are we fighting for? How could you fight for something you don't even have? Can't fight for a block, which is not even yours.
Exactly.
Secondly, they ain't even named after you.
It sure isn't.
If you do the history of Boston, 90% of the streets is named after slave owners anyway.
And you claiming them.
Yeah, you claiming them. And you're claiming them.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? So, and then and for people to really think that, this is my land, this is my property. If this is so much yours, you wouldn't be paying taxes on it.
I know that's right. And you can't even own the land, really. You gotta have some money to own land.
No, but
in Massachusetts.
But you're not owning any way you look at it.
Yeah.
If you're paying land taxes or anything like that, that's not owning.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
I
not
understand,
owning.
yeah.
So you're renting
Yeah.
a piece of land.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just had to say that because it was on my mind, because of some of the things that's been going on for the past, week that I've seen, and it's just like crazy. But we have to like try to save ourselves. We can only save ourselves. We can only save ourselves. Nobody else can.
That's right.
So, at the end of the day, something's got to change. Something's got to give them the other.
You are listening to the greatest web production.
Mr. Funky Fresh.
You are listening to the greatest web production.
Mr. Funky Fresh. Mr. Funky Fresh.
Funky Fresh Radio.
Mr. Funky Fresh.